Hi, my name's Anthony Hines. For the last 40 plus years, I've tried to help people with their career as well as help people in their job search. Why? Because when you're in the job search, you're looking for any help you can get to get ahead and any help you can get to get your next opportunity. I have many podcasts, many tools, and um, many tips to help every job seeker to at least get their job search moving. Because that's what I try to do. I don't get you a job, I just help you to get your job search moving. Once you get your job search moving, you're going to get your own job because you're going to be confident. You're going to be all set. You're going to be ready to go. It's just so tough when nobody's calling you, when people promise they're going to do things for you and they don't do it, when people promise they're going to go out of their way for you, they promise they're going to meet you. They don't show up. I know. I know the feeling. I've been there. I know that feeling. I know the feeling that people promise they're going to call you. You wait all day. You watch the clock, and nobody calls. Just and then when you do finally get them, if you do, they'll sit there and say, "Oh, I got busy. I forgot." You know why that is? It's nothing against you, people. What it is when you're working and you're in a routine, doing things outside of that routine are secondary. That's the way it is, okay? And the fact is, you're out of your routine right now because you're looking for a new job. And that's why things can get so big that are really little because you're not in a routine and you're not on the game in regards to that routine, in regards to the workplace and the like. So little things can get overwhelming. But today's podcast, I want to talk to you about what you do when that feeling at the end of the week comes over that, oh my God, another week, I haven't got a job. Okay? That usually comes, for me anyways, it came on Fridays. And I would sit there late on Friday or in the noon or whatever, sometime on Friday, and I would say, "Oh my God, another week has gone by. What am I going to do?" Okay, so I'm going to give you some tips about what you're going to do. Remember, people, what I've always said about this is your career is your responsibility, right? So in this case, what I want you to do is I want you to see Friday as a time of reset. See Friday as a time of navigation. See the Fridays as a time of calibration. And see Fridays as the time to rewind a little bit and go back over some of the contacts or some of the opportunities that you may have done a few weeks ago and kind of revisit them. Okay? So let me give you a little bit about this. Don't look at Friday as the end of a week. Look at it as your planning period for the next week. Okay? And then I want you to strategize about what you're going to do. What contacts are you going to see? Okay? What new companies are you going to add to your company profiles that will send you jobs, company alerts? What new companies can you add to the company alerts? What people can you add to your LinkedIn profile? What people can you go out and recommend that you used to work with that maybe you forgot to do a few weeks ago? What habits have you gotten away from in the last few weeks that you know are good habits that you want to get back into the game? If you're in transitional services, have you communicated with your counselor in the transitional services properly? This is a good period to do that. I want you to look at Fridays as a period of planning, a period of strategizing, a period that you're resetting how this voyage is going. You're resetting the ship. You're focusing on getting to maybe a little bit of a different course, okay? Not off course, just kind of adjusting the current course, all right? Because what you are doing could be working, but it could be working on its own time. So my point is, let's make it so that your time, Okay? Let's make it so that your time is focused on the days ahead and not looking backwards about what hasn't happened yet, because you're in control of certain things: your contacts, your company alerts, your recommendations, your LinkedIn profile, everything to do about you. You're in control over. So you're going to make it a little better. This game is about a little bit better, a little improvement here, a little improvement there, a little continuous improvement. Who else can I recommend? Who else can I reach out to? Who else can I contact? Who else do I know is looking for jobs? What else can I put in my profile to show people that I'm learning? What other new online learning can I do to help move along? And so you sit there and go, oh yeah, Anthony, so what? I've been trying that. I understand that. I got it. I'm with you. But that doesn't mean that the next time when you try one of these things, it won't click in for you. The process is about diligence, and it's about sticking to the plan. It's about tweaking the plan. It's about being proactive. It's about reaching out, and it's about refocusing and tweaking a little bit about what you're doing. And Friday's a great day to do it, because Friday, you're focused on your next week. That way, when Monday comes, you hit the ground running. You don't sit there and say, oh, it's Monday morning, it's another week, it's over, it's overwhelming, it's overbearing. What am I going to do? You do that on Friday, okay? Because Friday, everybody is winding down. So the reality is that has to be your time to think about what you're going to do the next week. Okay? So, as I say, think about all the aspects of the job search that you're doing. Is my resume good? If it's being updated, where are we on that? My LinkedIn profile, does it have any errors in it? Do I have all the duties that I've done in all my jobs? Are all of them in my LinkedIn profile? Words like mentoring, working in diverse workforces, as well as cost savings, are those all sprinkled throughout your LinkedIn profile? Do you have things like looking for your next opportunity in your profile? Okay? Your pride can get in your way, people. So the fact is, you want to let everybody know you're looking for your next job. Are all these out there? Are all these in your profile? Okay? That's what you do on Friday, to do sort of a recheck, to think about where you are so that you're ready to go on Monday. Okay? And then I want you to think about all the people you're reaching out to. All right? And let's get some appointments going. Who are you going to meet for coffee? Who are you going to meet for lunch? How many emails are you going to send out to try to get people to meet you? What are you going to send? 2 or 3? Come on, send 10. That way 3 or 4 or 5 people come back, and then you're all set. Guess what? You want to be turning people away, right? You want to be able to say, oh, I'm kind of tied up this week. I'm meeting with a lot of people. I'll meet you next week. What is the person going to think then? The person's going to think that you're being assertive, and the person's going to think you're being aggressive and trying to get a job. So is that person going to work for you? Absolutely. Right? Now, another thing you're going to do, reach out to the people that you have as contacts within the job applications that you've already sent out, right? You've applied in jobs, and there are people you've contacted that were supposed to help you with these jobs, to push them in, put a good word into HR, whatever that is. Now I want you to go out and reach out to them, even though it's been a few weeks, because maybe they've been too busy to get back to you to see what's going on. This is great Friday stuff. Okay? Maybe they don't answer you till Monday, but it's done. And while you're doing other things, people are getting that email. Okay? So the fact is, I don't care if it's winter, summer, fall, spring, I don't care. These are all important things to do on Friday, because Friday sets you up for the next week. Okay? If you're going to unemployment, go over there and speak with your counselor. it's a good time to check in with your counselor, making sure that you're on the right track. Check and see if your training has been approved. If you've gone over there to get a training, check that. Make sure have you been approved for any type of training? Have you done any online training in LinkedIn or any other of the free online things that are out there with free training? By the way, if you've taken free training, have you put that in your profile? Why? It's education, isn't it? So it's new. It should go in your profile. Also, interests. People overlook interests. If you're very, very passionate about outside interests, get that in your LinkedIn profile. Why? Because it's going to show you're well rounded. And more people, more and more companies are looking to do community activity. These are all things that you can do to help to get noticed, right? And so now Friday is not this lost day where you sit there and go, "Oh my God, I've gone another week and I haven't gotten hired yet." You look at it differently. It resets for the next week, and then Monday, boom, you hit the ground running. And you do this every Friday. Why? Because now you're maximizing the time, right? Because more often than not, people either leave early on Friday or they're not as available, right? So instead of chasing up that waterfall and being you're never going to get anywhere with that, go inside to what you do, replan, refocus, re-strategize, and then that way things will start to work for you. Okay? So you're going to make that happen, and you got to do it every Friday. Remember, people, you're only looking for one job. Think of all the things that I've said to you about what you're going to do and what you can do on Friday to get ready for the next week. How about recruiters? The recruiters you reached out to who haven't gotten back to you. Have you reached out to them again? How about that? When, how about this? When you join my job search group, Anthony Hines Job Search and Career Help Now, there's a ton of recruiters and HR personnel in there. Sure, there's thousands of people in the group, and it's going to take you some time to go through it. But guess what? You're only looking for one job, people, and those people are in the group. They're right there. So when you apply, when you join my group, right? You got fish in a barrel, right? They're right there. So the fact is, okay, maybe not all of them will reply to you, but some will, right? So you don't just reply to one or do one or get one thing going. This process is about organization. It's about focusing on what you can control. It's about volume, people, volume, because you're only looking for one job. It's a game of volume. So the fact of the matter is, focus on what you can't control, and things work out on their own on the outside, right? But use Friday as your day of strategy and use Friday as the day to set your plan for the next week. Oh, guess what? Somebody might call you for an interview on Friday for the next week. Or somebody might just call you out of the blue and they want to do a phone interview. Could happen. But if your brain is on working on your Friday, working on your plan for next week, how on are you going to be to do a last minute interview? Absolutely. Why? Because your brain's working. Instead of thinking, oh, it's Friday, and I might as well just forget it for this week. No, go the other way. We're going to set up for next week. That way, if somebody calls you, you're in great shape and you're ready to go. Remember, you got to be on all the time. You never know when someone's going to call you for an interview. They should schedule. Yes, absolutely they should. But guess what? Not everybody does. Why? They're busy. People are buried in all their jobs. They're under-resourced in most companies. They're buried, and they have things to do. So that may take them time to get back to you. But if you're strategizing and planning and getting out there and doing the things that I've said in this podcast, you have no choice but to get your job search moving. And once it's moving, good things seem to happen. It's the people that don't have a job search moving are the ones that have a harder time getting the job because they're off their game. When your engine is revving and when you're doing things, you'll find that things come easier. Your brain works better. Your answers are better. You're on your game better. You know why? Because you're taking control. And remember, Friday is your day of planning. Also, finally, go to my profile. My name is Anthony V. Hines on LinkedIn. Anthony V. Hines. Go to my profile and look for my job search article. It's got all of my tips, links to all of the things that I've put out there to help you to get your job search moving, as well as check out all my podcasts on Podbean. Because you know what? I'm committed to help people who are unemployed. I'm committed to help people with their career. My career mentoring podcasts are subscription, but my job search podcasts are always free. Why? Because you need your money to spend on your family, your house, and things that are important, not on me. So reality is, good luck and understand Friday is your day to strategize, to plan for the next week, to tweak, and to understand that you're going to keep your job search moving in a continuous improvement way. My name's Anthony Hines. For the last 40 years, I've been trying to help people with their job search and trying to help people with their career. Again, go to my profile, get my article. You'll learn all about me and all my tips. And the fact of the matter is, just follow it. It's a checklist. And you just go right down the checklist and you see what happens. Okay? Have a great day, everyone. Remember, your career is your responsibility. Please tell everybody you know who is in transition or looking to leave their job that they're in to go to another job because they want to improve themselves, which is fine. Tell them about my podcasts. They're all on Podbean. It's the Anthony Hines Job Search and Career Help Now series. Now on on Podbean, as well as many other places and Spotify as well. Have a great day, everyone. And remember, Friday is your day to plan for the next week. Bye bye now.